This is Rose Gold, and today we're getting into part 9 of What If Naruto Wasn't Otsutsuki. Now, I recommend you all who haven't done so yet to join the Discord to get sneak peeks at new thumbnails and so you could talk to me. It is in the description down below. But now let's get straight into part 9 of What If Naruto Wasn't Otsutsuki. As Naruto stares at Hakura Otsutsuki, emotions overwhelm him as he flies toward his father, hugging him tightly, making his dad look like a squished tomato until he let go. The Otsutsuki, and by that I mean Hakuro, only had about 50% of his power right now, because he had sealed almost everything into his son, who he now sees has made a good chunk of that chakra he had left for him his own. But Naruto's own chakra was starting to rival even his, which made Hakuro smirk. Once more, but then he pointed at the Ten Tails. Now, once we're all reanimated, it is time for us to battle this beast. After all the other Hokage had assembled, the Otsutsuki walked over to them, and by Otsutsuki I once again mean Hakuro, greeting them all, who saw the immense power in this man. That was probably only a chunin, as he didn't tell anyone of his secrets. After talking maybe a second or two or so, they realized that they had spent too much time talking, and the ten tails had already spit out another one of its incredibly destructive tail beast bombs, which flew toward the headquarters, destroying it. But not before they all gave them an emergency plan that Shikamaru put to good use, giving everyone the info with the telepathy until a giant boom could be heard and the headquarters were gone, giving everyone a new motivation to revenge the fallen brethren. When Naruto stood up, the Hokage had gone over there to complete a barrier, whilst Naruto was with his father, till a whoosh could be heard behind them. There stood Naruto's rival, but also best friend, Sasuke Uchiha. When Hakuro saw him, he sighed at the sight of the Uchiha. Was it another one who strived so far from the path of good? But right now they didn't have enough time to talk and enough time to think as the barrier was completed. But the Ten Tails was already making its next bomb, which is actually blocked by the barrier, showing how strong the Hokage truly were, making something similar to a chimney, smoke pouring out the top. Now we skip ahead to about when the barrier was gone, and now only their power could do anything. Sakura was with Tsunade making the slugs and healing people, whilst Naruto and Sasuke were fighting against some wooden spikes which were flying all around, defending the people who didn't have enough power to defend themselves, until Neji had to body block a wooden spike for Naruto and Hinata, which in this way was more in this what if was way more impactful, as Neji was the one who'd always called him a failure and scoffed at his looks before the fight they had, but now he was the one person who believed in him to save the world. As Neji died, Naruto's motivation to protect got stronger, but so did his want for revenge. But seeing how Obito turned out, he knew that he couldn't let the feeling of needing revenge away, and only to protect. He needed to push it away. When Naruto finally managed to coordinate his attack with Sasuke, they actually hit the Ten-Tails, but sadly it didn't do as much damage as they had hoped. But when Obito saw what was going on, he performed a particular sealing jutsu, sealing the Ten-Tails inside of him, but not before reanimating Madara, who then went on to fight with a wood clone of Hashirama, and then even the real deal, as he had already done his part and just waited for Obito to get defeated. So I'm just gonna gloss over the fight with Obito, as it goes similar to normal, just that Obito gets defeated more quickly, because of Naruto's power increase. But when Obito finally had the tail piece removed from him, Madara quickly pulled them back into the Ghetto Mazo. Whilst Naruto tried to stop this from happening, Madara killed Naruto almost instantaneously before throwing him to the ground, where Sand picked up the now dying Naruto and rushed him over to Sakura and Sasuke. Sasuke, seeing this, was actually enraged. Whilst he tried to hide it to the best of his abilities, he still cared deeply about Naruto, who was like a brother to him, and seeing someone take his one and only friend's life like this made him throw his sword at Madara quickly, running after it until Madara grabbed that exact sword and stabbed him in the gut with it. When Madara was done with them both, he went on to perform the sealing jutsu Obito had just used before to seal the Ten Tails into himself, achieving everything necessary for the Eye of the Moon plan. But first, he had some more pests to deal with that could create some problems with the plan. Might Guy still opened the eighth gate and started giving Madara the hands. His bones quickly cracked and even snapped at some places until he lay there, burned to a crisp, but this fight would have had Madara dead if he didn't have the healing that Yin Yang release provided to him. But at least Obito was able to Kamui away the last attack that Madara threw at Guy to finish him off. Obito had now switched sides, but back in Naruto and Sasuke's point of view, we see them both talking to a particular sage who was quite excited to speak to Naruto because of their particular resemblance, until he gave them the power to finally defeat Madara and even Kaguya Otsutsuki, and seal the Ten Tails away for good. When Guy was about to die, and now almost fully healed Naruto arrived at the battlefield once more, actually healing Guy with a powerful Yin Yang release medical ninjutsu, until staring at Madara finally activating his new form. Six Path Sage Mode combined with the cubic cloak and combined with his own chakra made for a form that was almost unbeatable for almost everyone. When Sasuke returned, you could feel his strength and even see it with his new dojutsu, the Rinnegan, but it actually had Tomo in it. Before they could say anything, Madara decided to finally go through with the Eye of the Moon plan, hoping to catch these ninjas in it as well as to achieve true world peace. But Sasuke Susanoo was able to protect him and his back then team, including Obito, who was right now possessed by Zetsu, so he was behind Madara. Now it was them against Madara, but suddenly a hand went through Madara's chest as Zetsu finally revealed his plan, unleashing Kaguya upon the world. Well, unlike before, I'm not going to bore you with the fight, but it went much faster than the original, as Naruto's power was so immense that it would be actually able to match it in taijutsu with everything. So they performed the sealing jutsu. When the Sage of Six Paths finally appeared in the physical world, the Hokage and Hakuro finally disappeared, going into the afterlife once more, but not until they all wished Naruto a happy 17th birthday, and Naruto still told his father about what to tell his mother, which caused Hakuro to smile and go into the afterlife happily. Now, when Sasuke and Naruto fought like the original, Naruto was winning, until Sasuke got fully used to his Rinnegan abilities, and Naruto, of course, was still holding back a bit while fighting him, until the last Rasengan and Chidori clash, which had both of their arms blown off like the original. And after this entire series, they finally made peace, Naruto marrying Hinata like the original, and Sasuke marrying Sakura like the original. Now, I really hope you all enjoyed the series. I definitely enjoyed making it. But for now, I'll be taking a little break from YouTube, as I have made like 9 full-length videos over 9 days. So please forgive me. This was Rose Gold, and I am out for now.